Have you ever wondered what a hero looks like? Tall, handsome, strong with a broad chin, or maybe short and stubby? Too short, in fact, to pass a Air Force flight physical. Today we're here to celebrate a certain hero, Mike Novosel, a chief warrant officer who served in the Army through Vietnam as a medevac pilot. A true testimony that not all heroes look the part. At 41, and with a wife and 4 children, Mike enlisted in the Army to be an aviator. It was 1964, and Vietnam was well on its way. Mr. Novosel didn't believe himself to be too old, and there was always time to volunteer for a good deed. He stated in an interview back in 1974 that he would always get tired of the older gentlemen saying, if only they were 10 years younger, they could be there with you. Mike would not be caught saying that and would always be there to help. In 1969, it was Novosel's second tour in Vietnam. He was assigned to the 82nd Medical Detachment. He set out on a mission that would put his life in danger countless times. A group of South Vietnamese soldiers were pinned down on the border of Cambodia with no radio communication and no ammo. Novosel had no ground support or air support, but still flew in low level, hugging the trees and ground in a constant barrage of enemy fire. As he skimmed the ground, his crew chief and medic were hanging out the side of the helicopter, picking up wounded soldiers and dragging them inside the aircraft. He did this 15 times back and forth to the medical facility, then back to the soldier's location. During these 15 rotations, Novosel was wounded and his helicopter was damaged and barely controllable anymore. When it was all over, though, he had saved 29 men who were able to return home to their families. In 1970, his tour was over in Vietnam. After 2 tours, he had flown 2,543 missions in which he had been shot down 3 times. He saved 5,589 wounded personnel, one of which was his own son, Mike Novosel Jr. In 1971, Mr. Novosel was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, the highest honor any soldier can receive. In 1975, he was inducted into the Army Aviation Hall of Fame. Upon his retirement in 1985, he was celebrated as a true living hero, and the main street in Fort Rucker, Alabama was renamed Novosel Street after him. Without heroes like Mike Novosel, there would be countless soldiers and civilians who don't return home from war. Mothers and fathers, spouses and children would possibly never see their loved ones again. So we celebrate Mike and all the other heroes out there that are just doing the job and what they think is right, facing danger and putting their lives at risk so that we can all return home safe and alive. Mike died April 2006 and now rests in Arlington Cemetery with his brothers and heroes that have fallen before him. And though he's gone, he will never be forgotten. He will always be remembered for not only his heroic acts in Vietnam, but for his humbleness and dedication to this nation. Thank you.